Hey Scorpio, welcome to my channel, welcome to my space. Thank you so much for being here. This is going to be your love messages for the month of January 2023, specifically your romance, okay? In the future, soon, maybe soon after I post these, I will be doing more platonic relationships like friends and family, things like that, business partners. But this particular reading is for specifically your romantic partnerships. Now, I'm covering all relationship status, single, committed, fairly new, okay? Whether you're dealing with an ex or thinking about an ex, if you're looking to reconcile, okay? If you just want some advice or some guidance with your marriage or a committed relationship, whether you have children with this person or not, okay? And just guidance as far as you bettering yourself so that you can attract either a better romantic partner or attract, a romantic partner or someone new. For those of you who haven't really dated, for those of you who want to understand romance, in a different, in your own way, I'm giving you these messages, okay, Scorpio? So whatever your relationship status is, I'm going to do the best that I can to cover those bases in this reading. I hope that made sense because I felt like I was rambling right there. But anyway, Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising signs for those three placements, okay? That's what I'm reading for, is your sun, moon, and rising sign. So if you have Scorpio in your chart, in your sun, moon, and rising sign, these messages are for you. Take what resonates, leave what does not, okay? So Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising, let's go ahead and jump into your reading. We're going to pull some oracle messages first, then we're going to jump into the tarot. We're going to pull oracle messages, about 4 of them. So 4 oracle messages, and then we'll jump into the tarot after that, okay? Let's see here. Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising signs for January 2023, spirit guides, universe, source, angels, ancestors. What messages do you have for Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising signs for their romantic partnerships in the month of January 2023, spirit guides? We thank you. Some of you guys, looking at the cards that tried to fall out, you really need to connect with your your authenticity. Doesn't matter if you're single or in a relationship right now. Walking your truth and being your authentic self is not going to look the same for everyone. So you may have people in your life who are telling you need to deal with your relationships this way, or deal with your partner this way, or you need to be more like this in your relationships, or be more like this before you get into a relationship. No, that's not what it's all about, Scorpio. It's about what you, the natural person that you are, it's walking in that truth and improving within that. That can be for a couple of you from the cards that showed themselves to me, okay? When it comes to your romantic partnerships, or just when it comes to your life before you meet the person that you are gonna accept as your romantic partner. And as I was saying, the card that was pulled from the top of the deck, shine. Shine your light, Scorpio. This is about walking in your truth. You can't truly shine or truly be happy in a relationship if you are not shining, if you're not truly and naturally, like what, there's something about you, Scorpio. Could be anything, right? Maybe you have like a warrior spirit, or maybe you're very kind, maybe you're very delicate. I don't know. You have this way about you. You're a very, beautiful creature, right? You just shine in a certain way, and there may be certain people who try to critique that or try to adjust that. They kind of use your light as if it has a dimmer on it. Or you could be with somebody who kind of puts a dimmer on your light. No, your light shouldn't have a dimmer on it. It shouldn't. Bottom of the deck, we have communication. So you have card 29 and card 9. So there is a cycle within your relationships, Scorpio, or in your life. If you're single, there's a situation in your life that is ending. Some of you guys, you or your partner, you're about to end a decade of your life. Could be entering your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, okay? But there is something that is ending. It is attached to your third eye as well, opening your eyes to the truth of who you are, Scorpio, but also opening your eyes to the truth of your relationship with someone, with your romantic partner, or your past relationships. To kind of talk to yourself, you know, some of you guys may end up talking to friends or a family member about it, and you may have this aha moment where you realize, okay, I keep attracting these people that kind of try to dim my light. I keep on, you know, getting into romantic relationships, or maybe you got married to someone who just was just like everybody else that you got into a relationship with, and it was like you had to kind of step down a few steps in order for them to feel comfortable. No. Some of you guys, you need to communicate this to your partner and just let them know, you know, like these kind of traits in a relationship does not mean that the relationship is set up to fail. A relationship is set up to fail is when both people give up and they don't want to better themselves and grow together. That's what, you know, if a person is not willing, or if a person is cheating, okay? If a person is cheating, like I don't condone that, okay? But that's completely up to y'all, okay, Scorpio? But there are those of you, it's almost like your past relationships or a relationship that you're in now, it's like, once again, it's like someone put a dimmer on your light and they're just kind of like trying to control it. When your light is too bright, they like to kind of turn it down a little bit, or if they feel that you're too dim, or they want you to, you know, it's almost like they're like, oh, you need to smile more, you need to, like, you know, be more happy, why are you so sad? It's like you can't just be you at any given time with this person or with somebody in the past. Okay, now again, others of you, if you know that this is your person, okay, and it's tried and true, and you still want to grow together with this person, if you're in a committed relationship here, you really need to have a conversation with your person and let them, you know, even if they're not dimming your light intentionally, some of you guys, you and your partner, or if this is you doing this to your partner, maybe they might communicate this with you and say, hey, like, this is just who I am. I'm not trying to change that. I'm always here to make you happy. I'm always here to make sure that I'm growing with you, but I'm not here to like be this type of person that I'm not, you know? So both you and your partner may need to have that conversation in January if you haven't already. Let's pull some more oracle messages for you, Scorpio, for your romantic partnerships in January. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising sign, Spirit guides for January 2023 for their romantic partnerships. Yeah, I see truth. Somebody needs to really be truly, like, they need to be authentic. They need to speak to their partner straight up. This is not about putting a filter on, like, what I'm getting, Scorpio, I'm getting a lot of things, but what I'm getting as, you know, the general message so far, don't put a filter on something that you really need to speak to your partner about, and they just need to know straight up and honestly how you feel. If you feel that they're not allowing you to be truly who you are, as you know, as long as you're being loyal to them and they're being loyal to you. If you want to travel, if you want to get a certain job, if you want to get a certain degree or something, and you maybe some of you guys, you have family members who are doing this, okay, and it's kind of blocking your romantic partnerships with people, because maybe you just kind of are afraid to get into a romantic partnership because you're afraid of how your family has treated you, that you're going to experience that in your romantic partnerships, and you may not really want to commit to a romantic partnership because of your family. Maybe there's just some bad examples of romance in your family, and you just feel you just want to have your freedom. You really don't want to commit to somebody and then have to answer to them. Could be that could be in your mind as well. However, when I see this card shine, it's like this person is, their heart is to the sky. I see this as a Leo card in a way, but it's like this person's a peacock. Their heart and their face is to the sky. They're just open. They're open to love. They're open to but they're open to loving themselves too. Whatever that looks like for you, Scorpio. When you open to loving yourself, you open yourself to love from other people, even if it's not your, you know, the type of person that you would have dated a long time ago. Bottom of the deck, you have children. Some of you all have children with someone. Some of you guys may feel that someone is using children as a way to dim your light, or maybe some of you guys feel because you have children that you can't really live your life the way you want to. And of course that's a normal thing, right? But Scorpio, you can't let anything stop you. If you want to travel, travel. You know, some of you guys can take your kids with you, or, you know, the universe will work something out. But I just get others of you, if you don't have children, this is definitely about when you were a child, a kid in your past. This is when your parents told you, when you were really trying to just be the authentic you that you were, you have people who told you like, oh, you can't be like that, or that's against God, or like that's against our religion, that's against our culture, or that's, you know, that doesn't make any sense. You know, what are people going to think about you if you dress like that, or if you talked like that, or if you know, went to go to school for that, you know? Especially for those of you who are of the Scorpio generation, okay, which that's me, okay? The millennial generation, you know, the dates on that can be a little bit, some people have different opinions on the dates of millennial generation, but the Scorpio generation, which I kind of, you know, group as millennials, okay, some people are already in their mid 30s right now, and they're of the Scorpio generation. So I'm gonna just let you know, Scorpio, if you're of the Scorpio generation, you're really needing to face the truth about your generation and about how you were raised. The Scorpio generation is all about being raised and born into a society where we didn't have control over the rules and regulations of the world. We just had to learn how to shine, right? And that could be what you're faced with as well, Scorpio, in your romantic partnerships. You may have a soulmate or a karmic partner who's forcing you to see in some way, shape, or form, whether they know they're doing this or not. They're kind of forcing you to see, you know, you're not shining your light bright enough. You're still letting people dim your light. You're still letting people that you get into romantic partnerships or sexual relationships with dim your light. Mother healing, okay? So some of you guys, this is attached to your mother. Your mother was the one that was set the example of whether you could speak your truth or be you authentically, okay? Your mother you may have watched your mother deal with your father in a certain way, or deal with her parents, you know, deal with her friends. You may have just had a really bad example, whether you're male or female. You may have had a really bad example, especially for those of you who are mothers or you are fathers. You may have had a really bad example of a mother who dimmed her light and just completely submitted to her marriage or her relationship with other people. Therefore, you're kind of doing the same thing in your romantic partnerships. You're not just being you and just setting the stage and just telling people like, this is who I am. You either keep it or you don't. Take it or leave it. You don't want to be with me because, you know, I'm free to be me. Go somewhere, you know, go find somebody else. Go find somebody else who's willing to like settle, you know, and submit to somebody who can't even, you know, who's not going to give me the world or give me what I deserve, right? So there are those of you, you may have had a mother, or you have a mother who made those types of decisions when they were your age, probably in their late 20s or early 30s for some of you. Yeah, bottom of the deck, we have worthiness, Scorpio. So when it comes to your sexual or romantic partnerships, you have to know what you are worth. You got to understand that if people are not living up to what you're worth, if they're not living their life in worthiness, then they don't need to be in your life. They don't need to be up in your face. Okay? If you don't know what you are worth, if you don't know your worthiness when it comes to romantic partnerships and you just settling out here, you're just going to continue to keep manifesting and generating energies into your life like we're natural generators, right, of energy. You're just going to keep on generating energies in romantic partnerships that are always going to leave you disappointed and burned and depressed and lacking. Okay? Ooh, chill. Let's keep going, y'all. We're going to pull one more oracle message for your overall advice and your energy for your romantic partnership, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising signs for January 2023. So January, honestly, it's all about you facing the truth about how you see your worth, how you see yourself. Do you feel that you're worthy of amazing sexual relationships or romantic partnerships? If you guys want to get married and have kids, do you feel like you should just settle? Are you just settling for that because you just feel like, oh, that's just what people do? That's what my parents did. It's like, if you don't want to have kids, or if you want to have kids, but you want to be able to travel the world, you want to be able to travel with your kids, you want you and your partner to have like this adventurous life with your kids, you can do that. You don't have to just settle because everybody else is doing the same old when they get married. They have to have kids. Or they, some of y'all don't even need to have kids when you get married. Some of you guys don't even have to get married to have kids. It's like some of you guys may just commit to somebody and just be like, we don't have to get married. We can just live the married life or live the life. We don't have to put a ring on it. We don't got to put it on paperwork, whatever. Right? You don't have to do what everybody else or what religion or what tradition says you should do, Scorpio. You lay tradition to rest a lot of the time. Like your energy is all about putting things to death. Okay? Death and rebirth. Let's pull one more oracle message. Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising sign spirit guides for Scorpios and their romantic partnerships in January 2023. We have music. Okay, some of you guys really are into music. Also be very careful with the type of music that you're listening to. Be very careful with the artists that you support in the music that you listen to, because sometimes lyrics are, I believe, as a witch, I believe that words are spells. Lyrics can be spells when the right intention is put behind it. Be careful of the music that you're listening to, Scorpio, because sometimes the lyrics that you're listening to may actually be kind of instilling some type of energy into your brain about yourself and about your relationships or your romantic partnership that you're in now. If you're listening to music that kind of puts you down and makes you feel like you gotta, be a certain type of person in order to attract a man or a woman, it's like, you gotta be authentic. Be careful of the music that you are listening to, Scorpio. I cannot say that enough. Some of you guys, you and your partner, you have the same taste in music, or you both just love listening to music. That might be something that you guys connect. Some of you guys may end up listening to a song or a lyric, some type of a artist sing, on the radio or on your, on your headphones or something like that. And something's just gonna click because you have miracles at the bottom of the deck. So some of you guys, there's somebody with the last name or the first name that begins with the letter M. Okay, or the music that you listen to or the artist that you listen to, their name starts or ends with an M. I feel like it's like both. Okay, could be that. That could be for a select few of you. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into your tarot. Okay. For Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising sign Scorpio for their romantic partnerships in January 2023. Let's see, Scorpio, what the universe has in store for you and what more it has to say. What more your angels and your spirit guides have to say about your romantic partnerships in January 2023 for Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising sign. Let's see. Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising signs for their romantic partnerships in January 2023. Justice. That's Libra. Some of you guys are dealing with a Libra, or a Libra is in your future. Others of you, you have this in your chart. Queen of Wands. This is Leo energy. Some of you guys are dealing with a Leo, or you have Leo in your chart, or your person is a Leo or will be a Leo. I do see a sense of needing to balance masculine and feminine energy. For those of you who are of the, I say of the LGBT, you consider yourself bisexual, or you are attracted to the same sex, or you're just attracted, to anything, anyone, any type of gender. You're actually finding balance in that. And you're growing and improving yourself with that, because some of you guys may have been repressing your sexual identity with your romantic partnerships, and it could have something to do with your mother. okay, in some way, shape, or form, or when you were a child, and now you're actually shining your light and you're facing that this is who I am. And with the Queen of Wands here, with this Leo energy, is some of you guys definitely have Leo in your chart, or you're dealing with the Leo in your life. But this is definitely with this Leo energy, with the Queen of Wands, is you are connecting with your goddess energy, with your whatever you identify as, okay, whether you're male or female. You're connecting with this goddess energy, and you're realizing I can be whoever I want. I can be whoever the fuck I want. Nobody can tell me. The Queen of Wands, she doesn't just sit still. You know, she's not somebody, you know, she knows who she is, and she's going to be seen and heard. She doesn't, or, you know, most of the time she's just going to be seen. She don't even have to say anything. She just needs to enter the room. And if you either accept her or you don't. The Queen of Wands doesn't care. Okay? She's just beautiful just as she is, okay? And you have the Page of Cups. This is about a new lesson in love, you guys. Some of you guys, this is a love situation that hasn't matured much yet, or it needs to. It's still in its early stages, okay? Someone is still, you or your partner, you really need to kind of mature in how you communicate with each other and how you feel. Could be communicating about your past. When I see the Justice card here, this means like it's time to cut out bullshit. There is no, the universe, this is a spirit guide or the universe saying, like, we're not here to choose sides here. You just need to get your shit together. Or, you know, this is not about, you know, again, the Justice card I see is no filter. The truth is just the truth. You just got to speak the truth, no filter. Doesn't matter if this person's feeling gets hurt or not. If this is your romantic partner, you guys just need to really have some honest conversations with each other in order to grow. Somebody feels like they have to communicate with you a certain way, or you have to communicate in a much more softer way with somebody because you don't want to hurt their feelings, or maybe this is vice versa. But, you know, in order for you and your partner to grow, y'all have to heal this. Y'all have to have some hard conversations and really face yourselves, okay? Bottom of the deck, you have the Hermit. So this is definitely something that you've been reflecting on. Some of you guys, you and your partner have kind of been apart for a while. Maybe not physically, but maybe you guys just haven't really been talking much. You've just been kind of focused on work or doing your own thing, because there's a lot that you guys have to think about, okay? There's a lot that you guys need to see for what it is. No matter how much it hurts, you know, you really do. Some of you guys, you or your partner need to have a conversation with your mother, or you just really need to face some things regarding your mother and how she dealt with romantic partnerships, or dealt with, you know, their marriage to your other parent, you know, your father, or, you know, if you, yeah, with your father for some of you. So let's go ahead and clarify these cards, Scorpio, for your romantic partnerships in January 2023. Some of you guys, it's possible that you might be getting divorced if that's what you want to do, because you really want to be the Queen of Wands. You really just want to learn a new lesson in love. You want to start over. Because I also see the Page of Cups as starting over. Like you just, or this is just you cutting out bullshit in your relationship with your person, and you guys are just starting over. You're starting over in a new chapter in your relationship, and you're gonna heal if you resonate with this and take heed to it, okay? Let's clarify the Justice card here for my beautiful Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs for their romantic partnerships in January 2023. Let's clarify the Justice card, please, Spirit Guides. Okay. Ten of Wands. See, that is Leo energy. Queen of Wands. Again, look at that peacock energy. Then we have the Six of Wands. Nothing but wands here. So somebody there, like I said, there is an ending of a cycle here. There's something that's being cut out. This could be the relationship itself, so that you can be free to go and date someone else, or free to go live your life as you please. Others of you with this Queen of Wands, some of you guys are older than your spouse, or your spouse is older than you if they're a Leo. This is all Leo energy. All of these are Leo cards. So I get the sense that there are those of you, you're tapping into that Leo energy, whether you have Leo in your chart or not. All zodiac signs have something to say to each other. We all have all signs in our chart. So there is something that Leo has to say to you. If you resonate with Leo energy, Scorpio, check out Leo's reading and see what that reading says. Okay, you may resonate with that. Then we have the Nine of Swords. You have another 9. So there's something that needs to end. Something that has really been eating away at you, but for some reason you're not really doing anything about it, Scorpio. Your partner's not doing anything about it, or both of you are not doing anything about it. Okay, this Leo energy is telling you need to do something. You need to move. You need to free yourself from this bad communication, or from maybe from this relationship. For some of you guys, you are letting go of a relationship, but for others of you, if this relationship is tried and true and you love this person and you want to grow with them and they want to grow with you, you just don't really know where to start here. You need to just have a conversation, an honest one, and really make some plans to implement these better behaviors in communicating with each other, and what your desires are, and that your partner needs to communicate their desires, and both people have to come together to compromise, or come together to work with each other to give each other what you need. Okay, let's clarify the Queen of Wands here, this Leo energy once again. Let's clarify the Queen of Wands for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs for their romantic partnerships in January 2023. Two of Swords, more Libra energy. So there's a decision that you really, it's a hard decision for some of you, Scorpio. The Hermit again. So some of you guys, you really are reflecting. You really need to think about this before you make a move. You need to spend some time alone for a little bit to think on this. And then we have the Five of Swords. Okay, so there's an imbalance here in your relationships or within your life before you meet your new person. Then we have the Ten of Coins. So there are those of you really want a long-term relationship with somebody, but there is some imbalance here. There's some imbalance in how you're communicating. There's a lack of communication here. Some of you guys, if you're single, you want to learn long-term partnership with somebody, with a new person. But once again, some of you guys need to face your mother, you need to face your father, you need to face your family, and really understand, you know what, before I can start dating, I need to nip this in the bud with my family. Okay, others of you, if you have children, you need to really heal yourself with your children before you start bringing any person in their lives that you're dating or wanting to marry. You need to heal yourself with your children. Period. Okay. Let's clarify the Page of Cups, last but not least. Scorpios, Sun, Moon, Rising signs for January 2023 romantic partnerships. Knight of Coins. So yes, wanting to start over a little bit. Okay. Somebody is not giving enough though. Somebody's moving too slow, or someone is taking their time. Someone is not really having this sense of urgency. And again, this could be your parent for some of you guys when you were little. Like your parent, they just don't really, they're not really putting in enough effort. Or this is your partner's parent. They're not putting in enough effort. And somebody needs to kind of cleanse that energy out so they can really connect with you on a deeper level. Or this is you, okay? Someone's parents is getting in the way of your romantic partnerships here, or your connection with your parent on a spiritual level. But others of you, this is your partner or you. Someone, again, when I see the Page of Cups, I see this as starting over, but I also see this as like someone who's not trying their hardest. Especially with the Knight of Coins here. Somebody is moving way too slow, or someone is just taking their sweet ass time and not really realizing, okay, this cycle is ending and we really need to make sure that we are moving forward here. Someone is running out of time with this, or with you. Page of Swords, yeah. So somebody really wants to have a conversation with you, or they need to, or this is you speaking up here. Yeah. Others of you may have somebody who's spying on you, but they're taking way too much time spying on you, or watching you, or wanting, someone's contemplating talking to you, but they're taking too much time. You're just out here living your life, but there's someone who's taking their sweet ass time and they're not talking to you. Or this is you, Scorpio, and you're not talking to somebody. You see somebody, you have your eye on them, but you're not really talking to them for whatever reason. Because there's some emotional issues. And then we have the Eight of Cups. So somebody is just going to decide to just walk away. Or somebody is just going to be too late. It's going to be too late for some of you, Scorpio, okay, in your relationships. Bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Coins. So somebody is more focused on their work. So you are going to be more focused on your work, Scorpio. Bottom of that, you have the Queen of Swords. Some of you guys are definitely you're just going to be like, you know what, if you're not going to get your shit together, or if you're not going to connect with me, again, I don't really necessarily see the Eight of Cups as somebody breaking up. You can still be in a relationship with somebody and just make the mental note, like, they're taking way too much time. I'm going to go do my own thing. I'm going to go get my career, take care of the kids, or I'm just going to be doing me. I'm going to be doing the inner work for myself and the spiritual work for myself, and let my partner figure themselves out. You know, some of you guys may only be ready to do that. You may not be ready to break up with somebody right off the bat, depending on how long you've been with somebody, or depending on how deeply connected you are with that person. Not everybody is ready for what another person is ready for in their relationships, okay? So bear that in mind. But I will say that there are those of you do need to walk away or distance yourself from somebody because they got some work to do. You're many steps ahead of them spiritually and emotionally. This person has some healing to do if this is your partner, or if you're dealing with your parents, they got a lot of work to do, and you can't really help them with that, okay? So those are your messages, Scorpios, for your romantic partnerships. Much love and light to all of you. I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see you guys in your next reading. Bye, Scorpio.